How are you going to monetize all this work, all this technology?
Well, the nice thing about Mobileye is that we are already monetizing. Right? 2020, well, I cannot say too much, but 2019 was about close to $1 billion revenue. And we have a significant growth. Even in the pandemic year, we have significant growth in 2020. We see a significant double-digit growth every year, 2021, 2022. So we are already monetizing all this experience. Robotaxi offers a new opportunity for monetization, removing the driver from the driving experience in ride-hailing and ride-sharing creates an opportunity to provide mobility at much lower cost, and also very safe, because these cars would not cause accidents like human-driven cars. And we have a plan. This is why we also purchased MoveIt half a year ago, on how to build monetization of ride as a service, vehicle as a service, mobility as a service, going all the end from a vertical integration from self-driving system up to a customer-facing experience. And then the holy grail is consumer AV. This is the 2025. Consumer AV, you go and purchase a car, and with a modest addition of cost as an option, you can have a autonomy-enabled capability.
So when will Mobileye have a revenue-generating robotaxi fleet of its own?
Modestly 2022, so that's next year. And then based on the expansion, there's also regulation that needs to be handled from territory to territory. It's hard to predict how that will unfold, but modest from a business perspective, modestly will start next year, 2022.
Intel is clearly laying the foundations with Mobileye for a big future business in autonomy, in the automotive space. But right now, Mobileye is a flea on the back of a much larger corporation. When do you think Mobileye goes from being an investment for Intel to being a driver of revenue growth for the company?
Well, today Mobileye is about a $1 billion company in terms of revenue. We see a rapid growth in the next 5 years. But when you think about a growth engine for a company of the size of Intel, finding growth engines is quite difficult, because you need to look for a market that is hundreds of billions of dollars in terms of size of a market. It needs to involve high performance computing, because Intel is all about compute. It needs to involve advanced computing like artificial intelligence, machine learning. You would like also to offer an integrated solution in order to diversify Intel's business portfolio, not just supplying silicon, but also supplying solutions. Finding such domains is quite rare. When you look at automotive, it's an ideal place, because cars are evolving to compute on wheels, and Mobileye is a leader in that space. So this is why Mobileye is a very important growth engine, and the way and the speed of our growth. I believe that 2025, in terms of revenue, will be a significant chunk of Intel's revenue.